we have in the house one of the analysts, Paulson OKK, media consultant, and of course, a public affairs analyst. Welcome to Press Review.
Good morning, listeners.
Yeah, and from absradiotv.com, we have a joint security team rescues kidnapped Catholic priest at Ihiala.
Justice Ononeba at 88 saluted tax judiciary on transparency, honesty.
Police snap 2 suspected robbers in Oka recovers arms.
University lecturer Amuge Eme calls for promotion of Igbo language among children.
NDLA intercepts Indian lady with parcels of heroin in chocolate wraps.
2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, Zimbabwe players promised $150,000 cash incentive to beat Super Eagles.
IGP Eboteku warns police officers against unlawful prolonged detentions.
And still on 2026 World Cup qualifier, Super Eagles head coach Chile wants team to maintain focus against Zimbabwe.
All these are the trending ones on absradiotv.com. By the time we open up the phone lines, you do to join us. And if you're watching us live on Facebook, you can drop your comments there, like and share, as well as comment on our programs on the social media platforms. Let's have your take on the headlines.
Let us look at the first item. Joint security team rescues kidnapped Catholic priests. Yeah. So this is quite commendable because I will nchekube na ndị Operation Udogachi ke gọvanọ anyị winyere. Na bana alụ ọlụ mana ụmụazị na-enye anyị nsogbu a na-akwa nọ. Vaka nara maka na iwe na-eme vaka na-emechi ya ike. Ma ndị Udogachi na-achụkwaba na-achụsiwa ike. So I want to commend the new Commissioner of Police who has sworn to reduce criminality in Anambra and constituted a joint team with Udogachi ka ewe nwe ya bụ udo na Anambra. Onye ezigbo iwe ka ọ maka commissioner nke Fulaf amanya mara iwe melụnụ ọ dịka situation insecurity situation anyị nwere na Anambra ọ kalele ya mana nke abata anụnwa wee na-alụsi ọlụ ike. So anyị ga-akwado commissioner nke anụnwa kụkwanụ gọvanọ anyị aka maka ndị Udogachi otu elu maka o mekọtazi ụmụazị liakatazi mmadụ aka n'anya ọ dịka na-enwezi gọọmenti na Anambra mana gọvanọ anyị wee sịba na ozugonu na mmadụ nwa ọgọdọ ewu na-ata na ozugo ewee tinye ndị Udogachi a sinsi ahụ ndị Anambra wee kuo ume ekukwe ya bụ ume elu ochi wee kwesị mana ọ nọkọtazịa ụmụazị dịka echineche n'akụkụ wee na-enyo ive na-emeni ba wee ji nwayọọ wee na-aliftagharị a na-ekwu na-aghachie Friday bata Saturday na 33 enwekwuru onye kidnap na-etrend na social media anọkọta na ewele egbo gbajie mmadụ ọkpa and so on ebe a na-achọ 10 million naira maka nnede. So biko ndị Udogachi na ndị polisi biko jichi na ike unu ada na mba maka na ụmụazị aka anara vani ya nọsie ike kama na vaje chineche n'akụkụ wee na-enyo elu ocheghe adụ. So biko ka anyị bụ ndụ a na-eche na-akwadokwe ndụ na-enye ndụ ezigbo nkwado n'ụzọ dị iche iche ka va wee lụsie ọlụ va ike va na-alụ anyị ga na-akwado weri nne aga na-akpụkwa gọvanọ aka maka gọvanọ wetachara ihe eji ga-alụ ọlụ n'ọzọ ndị ga-alụ ọlụ ka va lụrụ ya ka va biko gọvanọ biko na-enyekwa nkwado mgbe na mgbe ọgụkọta inye nkwado ka ndụ na-alụ ọlụ wee na-alụsie ike maka na onye na-alụ ọlụ a na-achị ada eme ọ na-agbụ ya ume ọ na-alụsi ike biko ndị Anambra ndị Udogachi anụnwa ka anyị nyere ezigbo nkwado ka ga-eme ka alụba ọlụ na-alụsie ike maka na ibe na-achụ anyị aka anara ọka anara biko ọya ka nche ka m kwuo. Ọzọ dịka ibi ewu nke polisi IG ya wee onye isi ndị polisi na-agwa ndị ọrụ ya unu eji jide na mmadụ jide ya karịa onunu kwesịrị iji ya nke bụ okwu dị mkparị nne maka na a na-abụ abịa achịba mmadụ na polisi na-achị ya obu mmiri ọbịa ka o lụrụ na-ebe egbuo onye ọ maka elesi alụ ya bụ ọlụ ọ bụrụ na a na-abụ mmadụ bịa na polisi ajụ onye ajụjụ mee interrogate enyo na-ekwesịrị interrogate ya rafịa ngwanaba bịa echi niile echere m na ndị mmadụ ga na-atụ egwu ije polisi mana onye achị na polisi na-achị ya hei ọ dịa ka ekwensu onye achị na ekwensu na-achọ so ọ dụrụ ndị polisi na ele ọga unu gwagoro unu ejidere mmadụ jighị enye oke unu kwesịrị ịma election o nwere a na-ekwu ethics and professionalism in doing any job. There are ways eji alụ ya bụ ọlụ kama na abịazie ọchụchọ nke onwe anyị akarịa nke ọchụchọ nke a na-alụ n'ọlụ abịazie onye bịa polisi ejidegide maka onwe ebe a na-achọ ka o mee ọ na-achọ ya iwe a na-akpọrọ ya aba ọ ga-eweta nke ọ ga-eweta nke ọ ga-eweta nke ọ na-abịa onye anwụ arụ mana ọ bụrụ na ebe ime ihe lozi ga-adụla onye anwụ mgbe after all o nwere ebe a na-agwa anyị police is your friend anya ịlụchakwa na police station edechela ede police is your friend ịlụchakwa police
bail is free
mana agwachaghị na bail is free anụnwa o nwezi onye nke ga-ejidere ịbịazi achị na ịchọ ka ibelu onye nụnwa achịghị bịanụ ka anyị kalịa na-ejezie kalabazi anya m iwe akalabazi anya m iwe agwabazi gị iwe ị ga-eweta mana agwakwaghị na free. So let us walk the talk. Let us do what we say. If we say bail is free, let bail be free. Because edeliede and anyị niile na-aghọta oyibo asụrụ asụ onye anyị na-aghọtakwa mana ebe edegolie na na nkịtị ka bịa were onye nke gị saịn ya akwụkwọ na ọ chọọ nwoke si wee chọọ onye na ị ga-edutie ise na ebe akwa shagị naba karịa nke ịbịacha achagị kere IPO je ka gụna ya kalịa IPO kụzie gụna ya kalịba anya bụ iwe. So it should not be. Let us try to ensure professionalism and the ethics in what we are doing. Maka ndị polisi be anyị na-eje operation peacekeeping n'obodo Igbo n'obodo ndị ọzọ dị iche iche bajiche ba na-agba first maka ba na-eji a lot of awards anata gosi na ba na-eme iwe ekwulu ma baje nya bụ peacekeeping mission mana ba bịazie na be anyị ba na-emekwa iwe ekwu ọ bụrụ some bad eggs dịkwa na ya bụ ọlụ maka ọlụ ọbụla nwere ndị ezigbo mmadụ nwee ndị ajọ mmadụ onwe onye polisi ga-abụ ewe na-achị could policeman behave this way? Hey, this man is different from others. Ma when ndị gara ewe na-achị to fear nọ ndụ nwaka nọ ndụ anwa eji agbalụ polisi ọsọ so anyị biko gwọchibe ndị ọlụ gị ike ka ba na-eme ebe ọlụ kwuru maka eme ebe ọlụ kwuru ọlụ ewe tọba ụtọ.
And from the world of soccer, when the news of Zimbabwean players being promised $150,000 cash incentive to beat Super Eagles, I guess your reaction will be as good as mine.
No, the promise is on incentive. Ịgba mmadụ ume.
Motivation.
Motivate mmadụ in a way. Ọkwa Igbo tụrụ inu si na-akwụnyete nwa dibịa ụgwọ ọbụọ mgbọrọgwụ n'aja agwụ onye nwa esi mmadụ mmenye gị iwe ma ime ibe dịole igbo onye ahụ o were ndụ ya tie ya na-eme ya maka na o mechie na ị ga-enye ya bụ iwe. So that is what is expected of maybe some leaders in one area or the other of human endeavor. When you encourage those who are under you to perform, you see results. So that is what the Zimbabwean government has done to their team, trying to encourage them, to motivate them. So every one of us, even going alone ABS, you need the motivation. Maka abone enye motivation. Abone actually na be all by 6:30. You will na be by 6. Nobody 6:30.
Oh yes.
So every one of us in one human endeavor or the other, we need motivation in order to perform optimally. That is it.
Okay, to join the conversation, numbers to call 0706 5381 320. Or if you're watching us live on Facebook, do to drop your comment in the comment section and we will read out your comment. You can as well call us on 0904 9560 826 or drop your comment on our WhatsApp and then we'll read up your comment. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name and location. You're not ready for us, please. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Albert of the East.
Back down for you.
Yeah, it's a good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, the guest in the studio. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm asking Monica Francis from Obunka.
Okay, Marika, go ahead.
Yes, actually, I'm police and the security forces here, Reverend Father. Nihala. How we welcome development. When I enter the Bible and the Udogache, I may deviate from their work. On where I am Melena, Umuzeba, local to Sunday. These people behind a block also. Now, Nandioka, they go plate number to what indicate the passenger to pay my price. All these commercial board drivers. These boys were going to ambush Abraham to the road block. When one park in the Asiana, I don't know what will go. Every morning, this will wait till I wear boots on the eye. Babu for an instant, because they'll be a wearable novel. These boys were to Brucian and do the guy, where a guy who's straight. A boy I can't have the law. Do you know that Hannah plate number, machine plate number, draw 10,000 naira? Or the Motua. Even Hannah no kuma transfer. 95% of Mosako do this at the politicians were there during elections. And some of them want a plate number. I want to move the emotion that now no where you care for only the head of this Udoga in my ABS. Because they're whining. Man taking a plate number, autonomous in their law, you can go deviating from their work.
Okay, thank you.
I'm from that Randa the Surunda, joint team, Mananka, Hana, they are single with their Siana. So knows how got a Ziago, Strokumu, the Joshua, Mount Seba, Nando Cadego, plate number 10,005, and then transfer.
Okay. All right, thank you. You've made your point. Thank you. There's no need of a
Thank you very much.
You've made your point. Thank you.
Because
it's subject to investigation as well.
Yeah, I want to corroborate what the last caller said. Because now, even though all we easy mmadụ ọlụ nke izilie ọlụ nke izirie ọ kacha na ndị ọlụ nche na-abalụ ọlụ ezibe balụkwuo nke izirebe ife onye ekwuru eziokwu maka ụbọchị Satọde ka mpa moto si Abakaliki street a na-agbagote n'ọka ibe n'etiti obodo si Abakaliki street a na-agbagote na-ebute na roundabout adị na Karabia Regina
Chile.
Lute na roundabout ọ na before na lute a block goes go long stretch of vehicles go slow na chike ekwe nke na-eme a block ụzọ so nwayọ it took me about 5 minutes from Mokudi, we looted at that place. So naturally, when they men until lieutenant, I won't do that because Siena Laku were bound. Then Babucha AVG. Emphasis level on the keke. And then man, knows I'm the keke we are in.
But if there is a kind of a routine check,
maybe
there was an alarm and they want to
wait. I'm coming to that place.
Okay.
So okay, lieutenant, when I say what came, could you not block us? Could you have a balloon? Ọba m nkịtị isi ọkwa gị ka nna jụọ ibe ka a gwala unu ka unu bidogo ka unu mebie aka ọlụ gọvanọ na ibe gọvanọ Shishiloba wee si unu bịa lụwa ọlụ na achọwa iwe ilu ọzọ ọchịma ọ gaghị m jibe n'onwe m mgbochi na maghara ejele onwe m mama ejele onwe m mpakụzi m ụtụ chọọ ka nlite ọchịma another one bịazi wee si m na onwe signal enweta wee na-eme iwe mgbochi unu na-eme unu adị very professional in doing it ọ bụrụ ọkwa ego ka unu na ndị keke ka ọ na ma bụrụ unu ka onye a na-enye gị ego did I not see you? So no meziya unu na-eme no ime bi olu anu aka bidoli ebido na unu alubago iwe ọzọ rafu nke ezili unu luba nke ezili unu
okay
so nkuchekwa ya pa moto m Joel yesterday I passed that road and they were still doing the same thing so because onye isi ndị odo ga-achị nebele anya set up monitoring team Can you even do all over now? No, just near let there be a monitoring team for some deviance amongst your workers.
All right. Somebody's watching us live. Akam watching live from North. Kudos to Governor Soludo for the reconstruction of Afonwi Dengeli North to Oka Onitsha Expressway. Keep your messages coming. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome for you. Your name and location.
I'm Mr. Kelvin.
All right, go ahead. You have 35 seconds. Hello. Oh. Hello. Good morning to you.
Yes, sir.
Odimo.
Oh,
You find out.
I think what we can tell you for this morning.
It ever goes.
If I get really understand the that's in the age. Open up the canal because that is the night. I remember about 10 minutes to 11. I can't get almost 80 numbers. So, and issue of Uniga always. Because I remember now, mostly see, all the neighborhood that are not that's why I do not think. Yeah, no one doing for all, what's really, they're not change. We can wine. In fact, you need to know a long place. You know, in the job they found. The US is very scary. But because our journalists in the because only now from our culture, only some people here because I think now for now, all of them are going to be on. But this meeting actually introduced. Okay, maybe the whole good work how to sound.
Okay. All right, thank you. I will follow you before we move over to the national dailies. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Happy Thursday.
Back up for you, 35 seconds. Ututu Omo.
I'm not a lady. Okochukwu about the number of MC Negro by the Telobo.
How about here? We'll go to 5 seconds, or was it only 30?
Onye Chukwu meleze ya kuru ugo bachara. Ka isi ọnụ na nke e kwuru maka Igbo. Ka a na-asụ asụsụ Igbo. Ọ dị mma rinne na nkụzi ọbụla a na-enye. Because ọ na-emezi ụmụaka ihe echegozie their mother tongue. So biko tinye aka fụ na a na-akụzi Igbo ọfụma ebe ụmụaka anyị na. Elebara anya ndị ọpụreshọn udo ga-achị a. Ọ hapụziri mbụba ọ na-abụ mbụba ọzọ na Nnewi ịpụta na-anaghị plate nọmba ọ ife asịkwa ka abịa mee ka a na-eme biko ke na-eme aka take note of this do the room.
All right, we move over to the national daily, starting with the Daily Times. Set up as court to set aside Tinubu's unlawful suspension of Fubara Rivers lawmakers. NDLA intercepts Indian lady with 72 parcels of heroin labeled as chocolate at Kano Airport. Still trending here, another explosion hits gas station in Rivers. FG to regrass 417 grazing routes, says further global market demand hits $2.09 billion. Critics to Kuka on pro-chancellor appointment beware of banana peels. And then finally from here, Navy officer orders kidnapped in Abuja regain freedom.
From The Guardian, Adebayo dismisses SDP merger as Lamido urges rebuilding PDP. Presidency says suspension of Fubara, others not power grab as governor appears in public. Obasanjo decries Oyan Dam neglect incessant borehole drillings. And the U.S. aid withdrawal, banner headline, drug shortages, uncertainty squeeze HIV, AIDS, TB clinics nationwide. We have facilities, Russian antiretrovirals, cut 6 months supply to 1 or 3 months. HIV response on the threat in FCT, the 3 states, NIP1 says. Federal government pledges 700 billion naira to plunge foreign aid supply shortfall. Bakare Ezekwesili profiles solutions to Nigeria's leadership crisis. Anxiety in Kanu as Bayero Sanusi planned separate Doba celebrations. Concerns over constitutionality of a suspension of tenured office holders in Rivers. Nigerians seek good governance, not 2027 distractions. That's an editorial from The Guardian.
Okay, just to the next paper, and that's Vanguard. From Vanguard, we have too many headlines there, and then another explosion rocks gas facility in Rivers with so many riders. Tension as Niger Delta militants reconvene 5 days after suspension. Fubara appears in Port Harcourt. PDP BOT rejects demands reversal of the Rivers emergency rule. Support group blame Tinubu's decision on misinformation. Serap sues Tinubu over suspension. Emergency rule in Rivers sets dangerous precedent. MPP and NPP chieftain. And then imagine Rivers without state of emergency. That's from Onanoga. Manufacturers record 90.6% rise in cost. Our state is evolving, not smelling. That's from Lagos government. Delta is a treatment of Nigeria as unacceptable. As from NCCA. Royal wants Super Eagles. Don't take Zimbabwe lightly. Okay, these are the trending ones from today's Vanguard.
And from Nigerian Tribune on the banner headline, 2027 hurdles mount as coalition leaders move to unveil mega party. Writers say failure to agree on rallying point, a big mistake coming from a source. Mark Saraki adopts sit-down look approach. Why we won't be part of coalition to challenge Tinubu coming from the patriots. TNN writes INEC 6 registration as political party, announces national conference. FAN shuts Ibadan airport for upgrade. KGB allegation, I will honor police investigation, coming from Senator Karimi. Serap sues Tinubu over unlawful suspension of Fubara, Rivers lawmakers. OBJ laments failure of Oyon Dam to generate power 48 years later. Job loss looms as Apapa Port barge operations decline. NDLEA intercepts Indian lady with 72 parcels of heroin in chocolate wraps. Still on Nigerian Tribune, assets of top 10 Nigerian banks surged to a record 219.46 trillion naira in 9 months. And finally, on NICOM to political leaders, check your abuse of power. Alleges they obtain court judgments to justify wrongdoings, says citizens must not be silenced amid hardship.
From the Punch, Atiku becomes Takubo the Judge Shekarao over anti-coalition comments. South Governor's National Assembly plan to reconcile Fibara lawmakers. Naira for crude marketers fear price hike as FD suspends sell to Dangote. Ipman slams depot owners for stockpiling product. FG Dangote resume talks today. Petrol crisis eases in Niger after Nigeria's bailout. 2 US-based Nigerians accomplices first 62-year jail for $50 million fraud. These are the trending ones from today's Punch. Okay, we have a message on WhatsApp. Good morning, ABS. Let me corroborate the last caller too. Some PGs and influential persons are beginning to use these Udogachi outfit to settle personal community feud for gratification. I don't know their rules of engagement. Also, you just can't arm some persons without either teaching them or empowering them. That's from Franklin Odili, from Enugu Agidi. Okay, we have some headlines from the Nation as well. So from the Nation, Adeleke threatens to depose Obas of warring Ilobo Ifon communities. Sale of crude in Naira extension likely as a committee meets. IG warns policemen against unlawful detention. Natasha's conduct vindicates Yahaya Bello, says Kogi Senator. Oshomolo case highway tolling at kickoff of 125-kilometer Benin Asaba Road, Rivers Emergency Declaration, Okpebelo Force, Jonathan. Decision proactive necessary, says Governor Minister Fubara at church service. Pope back at Vatican. And then, okay, we've taken care of the Indian woman. Others are not too clear. So.
Okay, let's have your thoughts.
Yeah. Let us take the story of Sarah seeing president over state of emergency in Rivers.
Yes.
Yeah. The issue of state of emergency, like most Nigerians have been talking, commenting, and protesting, is quite germane to be discussed because it makes a lot of sense that the president, who is a democratically elected president, should not in any way try to do anything that will jeopardize democracy in Nigeria. Declaration of state of emergency in Rivers did not follow due process. The issue in Rivers is not enough to warrant declaration of state of emergency by suspending democratically elected governor and the House of Assembly. These people are the people who are holding the people's mandate, just like the president is holding the people's mandate. Therefore, the president has no right in any way to suspend them. The governor and the president are enjoying the same level of concurrent powers in the Constitution. They are enjoying concurrent powers. The difference is
at the national and at the state level.
At anywhere. The difference is that this one is at the national, and while this one is at the state. But they are enjoying concurrent powers. Therefore, you should not, because you are a big brother, try to strangulate your younger brother who was giving birth after you, or before you, or as the case may be, by the same man. The president is enjoying the people's mandate. The people elected him, just like they elected Fubara. Therefore, if you say you are suspending him, you are suspending the mandate of Rivers people, which is wrong, which should not happen. It is only in the military dictatorship that we see the kind of thing that is happening in Nigeria today.
And the state of emergency happened, and the administrator was sworn in even before the debate.
When they were talking about section 305, section 305, I followed it. Before the president should declare a state of emergency, he should have gone to the National Assembly. The governor of Rivers State should have told the president, we want state of emergency because so and so issues, we could no longer handle it. After all, we are students of contemporary history. Jonathan was president of Nigeria. When he declared state of emergency in some states in the north, he declared state of emergency in security. He never touched the governors, the elected governors. The governors were there, but there were issues that needed to be tackled. And he declared state of emergency. Therefore, if the issue in Rivers needs presidential intervention, the president should first of all call Minister Yeson Wike to order. Because Wike is the one propelling all these things. He should have called him to order, first of all. As a father, he should have called the speaker, the governor, and the Wike, three of them. Three of them alone.
And talk things over.
And talk things and discuss and dialogue.
Yeah.
What the president did was trying to put the cart before the horse. That was what he did. So when Serap said they are going to court, I wish there are many other Nigerians who will go to court.
And even Tambuwal and others, they are saying Rivers emergency rule, no quorum in Senate. Jonathan Soyenkawa, by a fourth proclamation, Serap choose president, action taken to avert chaos. That's from the presidency.
No, they will always try to justify. You don't expect anything different from the presidency. You are a Nigerian, I'm a Nigerian.
Why not?
Yeah, Mr. President's employees will try to rise up in his defense. But the president had tried to shoot himself in the foot. Now they are trying to manage the situation. He did not follow due process. What he did was wrong. But it's only in Nigeria that the action of president is always right. It's only in Nigeria. In other climes, when the president is wrong, people will tell him, Mr. President, you are wrong, and they will see that he's wrong. He will retreat. But only in Nigeria, when the president does wrong, everybody says, oh, he's right, everybody. And then he will be ennobled to continue doing such thing.
Okay.
My people, let us begin to think like people who have senses.
Let's welcome this
Okay.
caller. Hello.
Opo,
Yeah.
good morning.
Good morning.
I know, man.
David Moore. Nwanne nwoke na-asị dị ọtụtụ ọma.
Dalo.
Yes, David Moore na Nanka. Anọ m ihe a na-ekwu maka Rivers maka state of emergency ihe niile. Ịma na nwere ihe ịma na ụkwa bịa na-amị ọ na-amị ọkpa sịrịrị obue ya wuru nnukwu ụkwa. Ịma na esemokwu adịrọ mma chaa onwe ka o si eme atụ onye isi onwe ka o si ede agha ịkpọ na kedu ihe na-esenu ọ bụ nke etu ya ogozi na tanchabi akpọ ndị wee mana ọ dị ka ndị onye ndị a ga-akpọ ndị ikem amaghịte n'otu ọnụ ịma na ire ya na ọ dịka ebe na-asa a na-agbalụ mmiri ịma na ịgbalụwa mmiri bifo emekwata ya mmiri ahụ o nwere ka ọ dị obi ka a na m ayọ dodo obi ka a na-ayọ tumekwa ka eme ka ndị na-ese na ọyị kpọkịrị jere ejebe adị mma naba adị mma ebee ka eji ebido biko a na-asị ihe na-amaghị ka eji etinwọ mba na sụkara ahụ ka edozikwa ya ka ọ dịghị n'ọda ka ndị Rivers ka a sokwa na-enwe aṅụrị dịka ndị ọzọ si anwụ ọkpụ ekenekwe ịzalụ ihe ọkpụrụ isi ego
Ngadal.
So like I was saying, that state of emergency declared by bringing a former military officer to head Rivers State means that military administration is good. That is it. Because
Is that the signal is?
yeah. Why would we bring a former military officer?
There's a story where the Southwest they're asking Tinubu to call for sort of emergency in the Southwest as well.
Yes,
to the killings and
yes.
kidnappings happening there.
Yes.
So is it going to be the entire Southwest or just a particular state?
Yeah.
Because we've seen on those states on the radar for a very long time when it comes to killing and headsmen clash for some time now, even last week. So the Southwest calling for a sort of emergency in the entire Southwest.
No, state of emergency on security.
So it's now it's not going to be a norm calling of state of emergency.
No, it is enough to call for state of emergency on security. Like Jonathan did.
Are not suspending the government and the lawmakers.
Democratically elected
Since
government.
the president, this is his first state of emergency declaration, and he came with the suspension of a governor. Probably that is
why Nigerians are condemning it. That's why Nigerians are condemning it. Because it is totally wrong to try to truncate democracy. Tinubu, for once we know, was a defender of democracy during the military.
Yes.
How then he doesn't know what that democracy he fought for. He's trying to truncate it. Because some military boys could capitalize on this thing. It's possible. Everything could be possible in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So that is why we should try everything possible to protect this democracy. And by protecting it, it is not for those we elected, the protagonists of democracies in this country, to try to truncate democracy. It is wrong.
Okay, we have some other headlines from Daily Independent. Serap sues Tinubu over suspension of Fubara, Rivers lawmakers, Rivers emergency rule, pro-democracy coalition agency covers action, and then Nigeria's 2025 budget at risk of low oil prices, production decline. Setbacks may pose challenges to economic stability. That's from analysts saying Nigeria may struggle to meet its revenue targets. Excitement as Fubara attends special prayer Thanksgiving service. IGP Amoteku warns against illegal detention. Again, PDP professionals demand Wike's expulsion. Fuel tanker explodes in Niger, raises filling stations. Ipman task station owners on fire safety measures. Telcos on path to recovery. Ghana 14 million subscribers in 5 months. And then finally, explosion rocks gas facility in Rivers as NGO urges probe.
From Daily Sun, we have explosion rocks Suko oil facility in Rivers. Enugu upgrading stadium, Ogo Games Village to world class for 2026 National Sports Festival. Still on Rivers, Shoinka Wabara faults Fubara's suspension on the banner headline. Governors, Wike camp renew fight over PDP secretariatship. Remember that he revoked the secretariat building approval. Both camps claim victory in Supreme Court's judgment. Borrowing costs may rise as banking system liquidity dips. Banks must manage reserves. Interbank rates experts. That's coming from an expert. These are the 30 stories from the National Dailies.
And finally, just one point there from Daily Trust, where we are threatened with beheading for plucking mangoes. That's from Borno students. Can you be that? Okay, let's welcome this caller before we get back to the analyst. Hello.
Hello, and peace of the greetings to ladies and gentlemen. Anambra, Mr. Kelvin,
Okay, good morning.
hello.
Good
We can
morning.
hear you, guys.
Ana m ekwu okwu banyere ndị operation Odogachi. All of them because for now, Oka they come. They cool. Only open an alalo. Man, this idea of even about along that road I next road to Okuno. And as in the keke go, Oka the very bad. And he have 100 naira per day with 15 or 200. It's a more touch and pass Katavala. Kata was also with power. So I now interview one of them. I mean, one of them interview. Can you see the cost? Nothing about I now buy any fuel now. So I'm going to take a go for a check when you do. I left because I'm one of the enforcement in the bar culture under the.
All right. Thanks for your contribution. I'll pause in just in 1 minute. Let's wrap it up. Thank you.
Yeah, PDP wicked comes to renew fight over secretaryship of PDP. So when last Friday the Supreme Court came out with a judgment restoring secretary of PDP to Udokoye, another member of Wike's group issued a statement claiming they have been restored, and I saw it as laughable because Supreme Court was specific that issue of secretaryship is internal affair of the party, and therefore that any NWC of the political party should decide. They should handle everything about it internally. What's the cause of the problem? What's the name? Anyanwu resigned his position as secretary of PDP to contest for nomination, governorship nomination in Imo State. By that resignation, he has vacated his office. Now Udokoye was nominated to and elected to act as secretary. When this man, after campaigning and he lost the governorship, he went back to PDP and began to claim that he is still the secretary. A position you have resigned from, and now you want to take it back. Okay, it's a menu. So ever since then, his mentor has tried to force him on PDP, that led PDP to conduct an in-house election and validate Udokoye's nomination or election. And the NWC and BOT confirmed it as substantive secretary of PDP. So why wouldn't Anyanwu go and rest? So, and that's all about the controversy about secretaryship. A position you have resigned from, you now want to take it back through the back door.
All right, we want to thank you for coming, personal KK media consultant, and of course, public affairs analyst. Onyemali Fegesoku.
Dikenda Anambra ka Chineke gozie anyị n'izu ụka anọ. Mela anyị ka elu ugbu anyị si wee chọọ.
Amen. Especially on a Monday morning. Okay, I'm Roy Kudife. Thank you for joining us.
And I'm Uche Chukwu, but I'm still with us. Up next is Unzuko Anambra.